What's up guys, just showing you my 4-foot setup that I've recently been doing with the dry start method. I'm about 8 weeks into it. I'm growing HC Cuba around as a carpeting plant. There's also a little bit of Java moss there, growing on some driftwood. I've got a rock that's a bit of golden vine with flame moss growing on the roots there, trying to get sort of like a bit of a bonsai tree effect. Along the Dragonstone, there's Monte Carlo growing along, and a little bit of hair grass. Not really sure how well that works in dry start though at the moment. I made my own weir. As you can see, I've done that. Drilled the tank myself, made the sump myself as well. You see water flows in, under, usual way sumps work, into the pump. The pump is currently pumping back along there through that through that valve there, back to the front, and that's just so I can cycle it whilst I'm doing the dry start method while I'm waiting. So there's actually no water in there, and that sump is just about cycled. Over here I've got a couple of reactors. Purigen reactor, and that one there's a denitrate reactor, obviously to help control nitrate. So I'd show you guys from the side here. This is the plumbing, so you can see my pump there that comes up, it actually goes to the side. That there is that's where my CO2 is going to be injected. For now I've just tied it off, and then up through here obviously have to crack that valve there open and up into the tank via, just drilled out some holes in some PVC pipe, and that'll be about the water level at the top there. As for lights, open the canister up. These are, I forget the brand name exactly, but there's three bays there all daisy chained together, and they run off this controller here. I turn that on. You can control your reds, your blues, the whites. You can put it into different setting modes and stuff. So yeah, so here it is with the hose turned on and water coming out of those nozzles. It does fill the tank up, obviously. Eventually, if I leave it on long enough, I start to get a bit of water happening. There you go, you can see the nozzles squirting it out there. And I usually only let it go till about here or so. That's about it. That's usually plenty. I try and do it 4 times a day. I can't always with work and stuff. I did have it set on a timer. The timer was dodgy, the timer leaked, so. And then once the water fills up, I'll show you guys what I do. So there it goes there. That way you can see now, I've just started a siphon. Come straight up that black tube and then into the hose there. That hose runs straight into the garden hose, which along it goes and around the corner and down under the house. So much easier having a hose drilled straight into the underneath of your house. It just makes water changes so much easier around here. While that's doing that, I thought I'd show you guys a bit more depth of these reactors. I've just put some green LEDs underneath this. I've made this base plate here. I've made these reactors out of some containers that I got. Actually, I got the biomedia stuff from Pond Matrix. It's called Pond Matrix. I've just drilled some holes in the lid. They run into the back of the sump there. So there's 2 power heads. There's one there, one there. They're just on a switch here, so I can switch them off whenever I want. As you probably don't need Purigen running 24/7. My plan was to just use it as I needed it. Also in the back of the pump section of the sump, that is a float switch right there. And when water drops below that, which is just above the pump, actually these LED lights here will be activated. So they're also on a switch. I can switch them on and off, but usually I have them off. And when it goes below a certain point, that switch, that water level switch, will bring these on and notify me. This thing here, this is a bubble counter. That's for my CO2, which you can see in the background there. Where is it? There it is there. You can see it in the background. So that'll come in from there when I get my CO2 bottle, and off into up the back there into the reactor, into the water outlet. Sorry. I'm just sort of experimenting where I'm going to put it. Not sure if I'm going to put it there or not yet, but kind of looks pretty cool, I guess. Let me know what you guys think. So yeah, that's basically my 4-foot setup. If there's anything more you'd like to see about this setup, you guys let me know. I'm probably going to fill it with water in about 2 more weeks. It's already been about 8. I'm letting it go because I really want it to grow out. I didn't use very much of the HC Cuba. It's actually grown in really nicely. I'll have to get you guys a photo of what it looked like when I first planted it. I'll have to show you guys. There wasn't that much in here, but it has really taken off quite nicely. So maybe another week or 2, and then as this carpeting plant needs CO2, I'll have to get CO2 and put that in with it, and then plant it. Now this center section here, you've probably noticed, is quite white, and there's really nothing going on there at the moment. The reason for that is I have some rocks and I have some ADA sand. Let me grab it out for you. I have this ADA sand that I'm going to put in there. The reason I haven't put that in there just yet, as you can see, it's nice. The reason I haven't put that in there just yet is it grows algae like crazy. Can you see the algae on the ground? I only cleaned this right before I made this video for you guys. I was going to make it look a bit neater, but algae grows like crazy because there's such minimal amount of water and such intense lights. Obviously when I fill it all the way up, there won't be algae growing in that area, and obviously I'll be turning the lights down, but until I'm ready to fill it with water, I won't be adding the sand. And I've also got some rocks as well, and something else. We'll see how we go with that. So any questions, leave me a comment. Be good if you like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll post some further videos in the future. Thanks guys, bye.